it is our country. Don't you think they don't have the same rights in this country?
I think that despite this nonsense in the Declaration on anybody being white people don't think we are all created equal. No, what you ought to do is change this country into an entire nation in which white people become refugees in their own land. What your vision comes
You don't want to live alongside Mexicans.
Now, why is it wrong for me not to want my neighborhood to change? My neighborhood is European. My neighborhood, they don't keep chickens in the backyard that crow at 3 in the morning. They don't.
That's a racist stereotype, Mr.
Oh.
Man, you hear that devil? You know, they be trying to say this is not a racist country and that they're not racist. Man, you Edomites are the most. What they call racist, you're that. And you know, at the same time, the same balance is that this devil's supposed to think like this. That's going to give us all the more reason to want to crack that cranium like a damn cantaloupe, bro. The Spirit of the Lord going to have it on his Israelites, on his people, to break the pride out of Esau, man. We're going to have to, through the grace and the power, storming out the Lord, every other side, we're going to humble the nation of Esau. We're going to humble you. And you're going to become the proverb, the byword, and the butt of every joke. As he just said that I don't want to have I don't want to live next to a person who have chickens in their backyard that crow at 3 o'clock in the morning. First off, a rooster crows when the sun comes up. It's the normal and natural alarm clock the Lord made for the earth. You know what I'm saying? And you damn devils, you just a goddamn Squidward. That's what you are. You're a Squidward. And you just want things your way. You want to live in a village where it's a bunch of fucking Squidwards. And y'all all just acting too good for each other. Let me go back there.
Racist. Give me a break.
What are you going to do with the thousands of us? American citizens who are serving in the military?
I'm sure that we just couldn't possibly survive with all those Muslim Navy Rangers. Yes, I'm sure
that is not right.
No.
All right, Shalom. This is your brother Issachar coming back at you. One other lesson. First and foremost, let's give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakak Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect and the 144,000 scattered across the 4 corners of the earth. Shalom to you. Alright, in this lesson, we're going to go into how these Edomites, they tell on each other, you know? These Edomites, how they complain, alright? How they complain, you know, how Trump says, let's make America great again. Okay, the reason why I re-uploaded that short clip from Micah Allah from GMS Los Angeles camp. Okay, he's a beautiful brother right there. All right, he had that footage right there. He always has good information right there, because that was an Edomite, you know, showing his true colors, you know, because he said, you know, he laughed when he said, oh yeah, don't you think this is our country? And he laughed, you know. See, because we're not all equal, you know. These Edomites may say, yeah, you know, these Edomites may say, oh yeah, you know, that everybody's equal in the United States. It's not true, you know. Just to show you that they give the world, United States, the illusion that, hey, everybody's the same, we're all equal. It's not true at all. Okay. You know, this is why I hear people just work until they die, you know. Yeah. See, he said that, hey, I don't want nothing to change because I like living next to Europeans who don't have chickens in their backyard, who, you know, make noise at 3 in the morning. Okay, remember, our enemies are so retarded. These Edomites, a lot of them, like, he's a lower level Edomite. He's not no elite. Okay, these copper tops, people like that, you know, like let's say an Edomite has like $5 million. You're still low level. Okay, you ain't no elites. The elites have trillions of dollars. Okay, so someone like that who has like 5 to 8 million, yeah, to us it's like shit, it's a lot, you know. But to the you know, to the elites, they're just copper tops, you know. So these Edomites, okay, from Donald Trump, okay. But let's address first the copper tops, okay. Because just a real point, a good point that I saw, you know, when I was watching Micah Allah, I was like, you know what, I gotta make a video on this because I saw some good points here, and I didn't want to forget it, you know, because the spirit hopped on me fast. I was like, oh, I gotta get it, you know, get it while it's hot, you know. So what I wanted to share with you, Akim Akwath out there, is because you gotta pay attention because remember, these Edomites, they're not European, okay. They're not the original Europeans. All right, remember that. Okay, the first original Europeans was Japhet. All right, and who are the Japhetic people? They are the people living in Hawaii right now. You know, like the Samoans, Polynesians. That's Japhet. Okay, all right. Remember, the Edomites are originally from Mount Seir, Petra, which is south of Jerusalem. And then after we pushed them to the Caucasus Mountains, all right, when we ruled after the first Roman Empire fell, okay, after what 330 AD to 1300 AD, okay, we pushed them into the Caucasus Mountains, which is located in Georgia, Russia. All right, so yeah, they're not from you know, they may say, you know, Europeans, but they're Edomites, you know? So these low-level copper tops, they don't even know that they're Edomites. Imagine that, because these elites, they don't even tell their own kind who they are. That's how greedy these elites are. They don't even tell their own Edomite people who they are, you know? Imagine that. That's how greedy these Edomites are, that they're, you know, these dudes, these low-level copper tops, you know, they don't even, oh, check this out. I got another one for you guys. Yeah, because we're gonna roast Esau today. We're gonna roast him. We're gonna roast his ass. Okay, just to show you how retarded he is, you know. Because remember, just let our enemies talk, you know, and the prophets would just point things out. Okay, because remember, strike number one. Okay, because you know we're just pointing things out to show you why he's a retard. Number one, he's not a European. He's an Edomite. Okay, because he's saying, oh yeah, me and my European. Basically, he's saying so-called white neighbors. Okay, that's what he's saying. But they're in actuality, they're Edomites. So he don't even know that he's an Edomite, and he's going to slavery. You know? See how he's just laughing like, ha ha. You know, like this. Yeah, right. Like this is our country. You know? See, because they think. You know? Oh, you think. You know? Aha. Remember, you think that these Edomites, they don't believe that the Lord's coming and put them into slavery. Okay, so the Lord gave them strong delusion. But that's a beautiful thing, you know, because remember, we want our enemies to be like that, okay? You know, you don't want them to be all sorrowful and apologizing. You want them to be all proud and puffed up. So when the Lord and the angels and the 144, okay, beat them down, you know, it's going to hurt that much more. You know, it's better like that. It's way better for our enemies, you know. It's better for them to be proud and puffed up. You know, that way when the Lord beats them down, they got no excuse. You know? Yep. Oh yeah, remember the Lord wants to fight Esau when he's at his height. You know? Remember that, you know? Number two, okay, so he don't know that he's an Edomite, okay? And then check this out. Alright, you know, since these here we go. Okay, let me get the scripture first. Psalm 64 and 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves, because they're telling on themselves. And I'll get that point right now with Donald Trump. All that see them shall flee away. Okay, because right here, these Edomites, right? Since you know, because they think that, oh yeah, we're so, you know, prestige, and you know, we're so perfect in all our works, and you know, we're okay, this and that. You know, check it out. Okay, we are exposing these guys because they say, oh yeah, you know, I like living next to my European neighbors, right? I don't want to change that. Which basically saying he don't want no Israelites living next to him, but he wants so-called white people. But he's a Edomite. He's not even a European. So that just shows you that these low-level so-called white people, they don't even know who they are. Okay, so that's strike number one. That shows you that he's a retard, number one. Number two, if he's so pristine and so, you know, if they're so royal, why are they working these jobs right next to us? Okay, why are they paying taxes like us? You know, when we rule our kingdom, okay, no Israelite is gonna be working next to an Edomite. Okay, we're gonna have all the Israelites from the 144 to the least Israelite. We're all gonna have our foots on Edom, on the heathens and Edomites' neck. Okay, we're not gonna be right here competing for the same jobs. You got Edomites out here, okay, competing for the same jobs as us Israelites. You know, there's some Israelites who are bosses over Edomites. You know, driving better cars in their own kingdom. So what's up with that? Okay, because that shows you that you guys do not know how to rule. Okay, yep. Because if you're so, you know, you got these Edomites. They only have their little pockets. You know how it is. You know, those you guys know how it is. In London, America, okay, wherever it is, you know, Edomites, they only have like a couple small neighborhoods, you know, but then they're surrounded by poor people, you know, but they only have like little pockets, you know. They think like, oh yeah, we made it. Shit, you're surrounded by poor people, you know, but they don't know how to rule because, number two, if they were so, you know, perfect, you know, if they were so, you know, royal. Okay, why are they working these jobs right next to us? And we're their slaves, you know, and they're working the same job as us. Some Jakes out here, some Israelites are superintendents. They're you know, project engineers. You know, some Israelites are even bosses over Edomites. This will show you how messed up they are. So that's strike number two, to show you that these Edomites are retards. Because if they're so much better than us, then why are they even working at the same jobs as us? You know? See? Because he's also in slavery. He don't even know it. You know, he's a higher paid slave, but he has a social security. He has a birth certificate. He's a slave too to the international bankers. See that? Just show you, because remember, when our enemies talk, just let them talk. Don't worry. Right now, we're in a time of exposure. So just let them talk. Just let them have it. Hey, just let them talk, you know? And the Spirit of the Lord is going to put it on his prophets to point it out, to show you why, you know, not just to be like, okay, not just to be like, oh, okay, oh yeah, these guys are idiots, and, you know, no, you know, hey, the Lord's going to show you, okay, the Lord's going to point it out. So that's number two. Okay, now, let's go to Donald Trump. Okay, bear with me. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so right here, Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 4. All right, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, the Edomites. Okay, because yeah, these devils they're proud and puffed up, you know, but they're not upright, because they're wicked. Okay, they're corrupt. Let's read it one more time. Behold, Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. Okay, yeah, because he's not upright. He's you know, they're corrupt. Remember how they got this land? They act like, oh yeah, this is our country and all that. Yeah, remember how you got this land? Through rape, robbery, and murder. See, but that's how This is how retarded the Edomites are. That's why they think like, oh yeah, this is our country and we do whatever we want. Yo, you're going to slavery, you know? So joke's on them. Remember, it don't matter how mad our enemies get, you know? Imagine that, you know? You literally have spaceships that are playing with all these militaries, including the U.S., okay, all around the world, you know? And they can't do anything to them. And these devils are still walking around like, oh, ain't nothing gonna happen to us. Sit there and think about that for a second. You telling me these clowns are not retarded? Okay, just point out the facts here, you know? These militaries can't do anything to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the angels, and they're still walking around like, oh yeah, you know, we're gonna prosper and, you know, we're gonna do everything we want. Shit, you know? Just right there is just showing you, because, you know, how retarded they are. But the just shall live by his faith. Right, the hopeful elect. Okay, so what I wanted to point out about Donald Trump, because their tongue shall fall upon themselves. Right, because this Edomite, you know how they talk like, oh yeah, you know, this is our country, and, you know, they talk like they're so prestigious and stuff, like they got everything on lock and all that. Check it out, okay? To show you that they don't know how to rule, because that statement right there from the top, from Donald Trump, how he says, let's make America great again, because meaning it's not great. But also, because Micah Allah said that in his video, that this man is scared, you know? And because they are scared, because what do they see? Those that are in control, they see that they're losing a grip of this country, or corporation, you know? Country/corporation, okay? They're losing a grip of it. So the fact that you got Edomites working next to us, the Israelites, yeah, right? I mean, we're your slaves, because we are in captivity right now. You know, that's facts, okay? Because we went off. But that just shows you that you don't know how to rule, Esau, okay? Because you can talk shit all you want, but this is your system. It's your kingdom. Why would you have an Edomite working next to an Israelite if we're so messed up? See? You know, the Edomites, they have their own people in slavery right next to us. You know, they live like in a little pocket in the neighborhood right next to us, you know? And they're like, oh yeah, you know, we made it, you know, like, hey, we're rich. You guys live right next to us. And you guys only have small little neighborhoods, like, you know, they don't, you ever seen these rich areas? They'll have like little pockets, but they're surrounded by us. You know, they're surrounded by the poor, and they're like, oh yeah. Like, nigga, you ain't safe. Wait till martial law, you know? The Israelites out here are gonna eat you guys alive. Because a lot of you, these little rich areas, you guys only have like small little pockets, you know? Yeah, the military's not going to be able to help you in time, because when it's time for martial law and all that, what do you think the poor is going to do? They're going to go right to the rich out here. Okay? Real fast. Okay, the point that I wanted to address was just the fact that check it out, the fact that Donald Trump said, let's make America great again, because they're losing their grip. Okay? And they want America to be what? Superior again, you know, like white supremacy, right? Right. So if the so-called white man was so dominant, so royal, you know, so, you know, just on it, they should have never lost their grip. Okay, they should have just remained the way they always had it since like the 1800s, when they were lynching us and all that. Okay, all right. So why did they lose their grip? Because they do not know how to rule. Remember, Esau, you can talk all you want. Remember, this is your kingdom. Okay, so that statement right there, Donald Trump, okay, and remember, because he said, let's make America great again, that entails you right there, he just told on himself, okay, because he's basically saying that, yeah, you know, we don't have a grip because it's not white supremacy no more. But why? This is your kingdom, young man, okay, this is your kingdom, definitely, this is not our kingdom, this shit's bugged out, you know, this is, shit, you kidding me or what? This kingdom's bugged out. This queendom, you know? But that statement right there shows you, because why did you guys lose your grip? You tell us. Okay? We're just slaves here, you know? You guys are the ones running things, you Edomites. You know, because you're saying, let's make it great again, which meaning you want white supremacy to come back, right? Right. Which means you guys are losing your grip, because you guys are in power. When Donald Trump talks about, you know, these other leaders and say, oh yeah, the other presidents do not know how to rule and stuff. Hey Jack, You know, hey buddy. Okay, those are Edomites. Those are your fellow people, you know. You got Kamala Harris, you know, is a heathen. All right, Obama's a heathen, he's a Hamite. Who's the other dude? Biden, another Edomite. So the fact that, you know, remember how Donald Trump says that, hey man, this country is losing its grip because the people in power, the Democrats, do not know how to rule? Don't matter, okay? That right there, because remember Donald Trump said, if you guys ever saw that, he said, he goes, they don't know what, he says they don't know what the fuck they're doing, okay? Right. You guys, because who's in charge? You heathens and you Edomites. You just basically told on yourself. Okay, you're basically saying, yeah, my people are retarded. Because who's the one in charge? Heathens and Edomites. To show you that you guys are retarded. And what else? You guys do not know how to rule. Because all you guys do is talk shit about each other. And now look, you want, like, hey, let's make America great again. Why? Because it's not a white supremacist country. If you guys were so perfect, so royal, you know, so on it, you guys should have never lost your grip. It should have stood like the way it was in the 1800s. But that right there entails that America's going down. Okay, that right there is concrete proof that these Edomites and leaders are losing the grip of their kingdom. Number two, that they're scared, all right, and that they're going down little by little, and that they're trying to save it, you know. Yep. Yeah. Oh, here, let's get one more. There it is. Okay, Jeremiah chapter 51 verse 9. Perfect. Okay, we would have healed Babylon. So that's what they're trying to do right now. They're trying to fix it like shit, you know? You know, when someone makes like a big old mess, right? Hey, hurry, try to fix it, hurry up, you know? They're trying, but hey, they're going down, baby. Hey, to the hopeful elect out there, yep, grab your popcorn, you know? Go to Trader Joe's, get that Power Purple, that Power Red, all right? You know what I'm talking about. Okay, you know, hey, and just enjoy the show. The Lord is destroying them little by little. Because remember, let these devils talk, because they're just exposing themselves. Remember, Donald Trump, just let them run, let them run their mouths, let them run their course. Remember, okay, because this is their kingdom. So they're literally telling on themselves without even knowing it. But that's the Lord. Remember, the Lord's a master chess player. He's a master at war. Because although they do all this complaining, this and that, hey, this is your kingdom, Jack. Okay? You know? Why is there so many immigrants here? Shit. Hey, you know? Hey, deal with your border security, you know? You know? Hey, this is your kingdom. Why are they coming in here? Shit. Hey, we don't give a damn, you know? Remember, you Edomites, you brought us over here, okay? Of the southern kingdom, you brought us over here by slave ships. And the northern as well, you know. Remember that. So, you know, you guys are just you're totally retarded, you know, because you're telling the Israelites go back to your country, but remember, you brought us over here. Remember, you know, now you're losing a grip. Now you're saying, oh, we got to make it great again. See, but yeah, who's in charge? Who's the manager of this place? The Edomites. To show you that you're not fit to rule. This is why you're going to slavery, because you should have never lost a grip. You should have never lost your grip of you should have never lost your grip, you know? Never. But that just shows you right there, you know? We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, right? Because the Lord's saying, nah, that's it, it's done. Forsake her, let it go, baby, let it go. You know, don't look back like Lot's wife. And let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven. Because the Lord is saying, that's it. You know, I'm about to burn this hoe. You know. and is lifted up even to the skies, because the Lord has had enough. You know, that's it. This is it. You know. So with that, that's it on today's lesson on the Lord. Our enemies, their tongue shall fall upon themselves. That's it on today's lesson. Shalom, Akim and Aqua. On your feet, soldier. Keep learning. You know, stay in tune. Stay in tune. Stay in tune. You know, do all that you can. On your feet, soldier. Shalom.